What up, Houston Rockets fans? It's your boys, the Bayou City boys.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back again?
These
The
guys.
Rockets.
These
Hey,
guys.
I got it on my back. I'm
It's,
excited, bro.
it's October. We get all three. It's the trifecta.
It's meant for us to watch that game tomorrow too, because that's why the Astros play at 3.
True. True. That makes sense. It's there's something the sports gods were like, hold on. I know y'all really want to watch this, so we'll put them separate.
And according to Jackson Gallon, everybody's healthy and available tomorrow.
I think they got what
Or
20
JT,
guys.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, they said 20 guys with the team. They won't all play, but some regulars that play in the first half will not in the second half, is what Udoka said.
I figured that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah. I mean, we know Boban's not playing, so you may get a.
But do you want to see extended minutes for players like Cam and Amin, or like you just want to see what they got?
I think depending on what he sees their role being, I'm fine with giving him extended minutes
That's a good answer.
because for sure the vets, I don't want to see you out there too long, barring injury. Um, Barring injury, of course, I'd rather, as messed up it's going to sound, I'd rather, it be a young 19-year-old rookie than a 26-year-old vet or something like that.
That sucks. You call a 26-year-old vet. If he's playing with people he's gonna play with, I want to see him on the court.
Yeah.
But if he's playing with Rio Grande players, it's like I don't really want to see that. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Just have a seat.
I know he's going to use this time a lot also to figure out the last roster spots, who goes to who's going to be sent to Rio and all. It's going to be a lot of that, which they use preseason for, but it's also, we get to see the first time of an Ime Udoka coaching staff working.
That's kind of what I want to see. Like, what I already know we're gonna play aggressive defense probably. Um, Hopefully we rebounded really well last year, so I want to see that we do that again. I want to see how if we're gonna play fast. Is it more of a half court offense? Like, what are you doing? I have a
Yeah,
sneaky suspicion it's gonna be faster than we think.
I
I don't
think
know why I feel that way, but I just do.
it's like we're looking at the team from last year, and it's kind of like, it reminds me of the Rockets, like, I mean, of the Texans. I'm trying to picture what the new thing is, and it gives me high hopes knowing that when you have a good coach, it can change. And you hear the players like Jalen Green, when they ask him, "What do you want to do?" He's like, "I want a winning culture. I want to win."
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like a lot of people criticize him because they thought he wasn't that way. Of course, with the John Wall BS and all that. But you see him put the work in. You've seen him work with the vets. You see what he's been doing, and so this is the first sample of us seeing his game elevate. I mean, a lot of them. Alfred Şengün is, can he hit that 3-pointer?
Mm-hmm.
Who worked on their defense? What schemes they're going to use. And I get it's a preseason, but you'll, even with the backups, you'll still see a part of it if you pay attention like we do, where you can
Right.
see what the coaches are doing, what kind of different things. And of course, they're not going to use everything. It's still preseason, but
I really want to see how players play off of each other. I want to see how Van Vliet plays off of Sengun. I want to see how like Dylan Brooks plays off of Sengun, because like those are the guys that I think are gonna be together, like when the games are tough. You know what I'm saying? So I
yeah,
want to see if freaking like Van Vliet's coming off screen shooting it, what Dylan's doing. You know what I mean? I don't suspect I'm going to see too much from Dylan tomorrow because we kind of know what he is, and I think Ime does too. But I
yeah.
still want to see you out there.
I mean, it's gonna be, you're gonna see you're gonna see Fred and Jalen, that nice backcourt 1-2 punch right there for the first time. You get to see where he's gonna play these players also. Having
That's what I'm thinking.
an Amin Thompson, I mean, like he kind of was like, I'm a point guard, but I can play anywhere. What is he gonna
Dude, I
do?
was thinking, like, if it was my team and had drafted him number 4, I would consider starting him at the shooting guard and Jalen at the 3.
Ooh, I mean, Jalen did bulk up a bit.
That's what I'm saying. Jalen, I mean, you got Fred, Amin, Jalen, Sengun, and Jabari. So that means Londale. Oh, no. I forgot about Dylan. Dylan's the 3.
Yeah, I was about to say you got to keep the villain in.
Yeah. So it'd be Fred, Jalen, Dylan, Jabari, Sengun, Amin, Cam, Jock Landale, Tari Eason as your, and probably Jay as your 5 off the bench.
I can see that.
Maybe Reggie Bullock. Maybe.
I think it's gonna be for sure Reggie, Deshaun kind of because you got bodies to throw on defense also. So it kind of it gives Dylan a bit of time to act aggressive also. And I mean, it's a drop, of course, in defensive rating, but
I
it's
would
still
not be surprised that if Cam Whitmore gets sent down to the Rio Grande Valley at some point and they play Bullock more.
I can see that. I mean, it's a good thing for him. He's 19 years old. He gets to get some work in, and
He's
Cam's
so
one of those
good, though.
guys. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like I want him to keep working, but I also think that if it comes down to a point where you're too good for Rio Grande, I'd rather keep you here so you can learn and pick the brains of these veterans that are here. And
I
on
already think he's too good for Rio. What
that's
I
what I'm
seen
saying.
him and the second unit do from the videos of training camp, how much faster and aggressive, and the 3-point shots they were getting were way better than the starters. I just think Cam is like the number one scorer off the bench, in my opinion. Because Tari and Amin were pushing the ball, and then Cam was like, "I'll score the easy bucket." I like it.
And Tari's playing his role. Tari said he wants to be one of the best defenders in the league at some point. I mean, he's not out there. I want to score points. I want to do. He wants to do that dirty work. He wants to get the rebound, block shots, and I'm like, that's what you need. And you're hearing the interviews of these players, and they're buying into what Ime's doing. So you can
Mm-hmm.
already tell a culture change has happened with just the coaching staff and players in that sense.
All right, let's play a game.
All
Let's
right,
just do preseason, beginning of season, early predictions. Does Houston make the playoffs?
they make the play in for me.
Houston's a playing team for sure to you?
I think so. Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah, barring injuries, I think they're a play-in tournament team.
Who do you think will have the most improved season this year?
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Jabari. I think he's gonna take a bigger step forward.
It's a good answer. You know, that's my boy right there. And he's just cocky, bro. Like, I think he's one of the guys who might come out and be like, I want to be the best player on this team. I think he
Yep.
might be one of the only players who would say that.
I think like I get it. It's the Jalen Shingun thing,
Mm-hmm.
but I just have a feeling, and I hate to compare it to Boston. I just feel that the Tatum Brown situation is what we're about to have of Jabari and Jalen, of what dog wants to take the team over a bit more, and it's like we're gonna look at it as fans like, oh, it's his team or it's his team, but they're gonna look at it as like, nah, we're like a yin and yang type of feel, like we work off each
Mm-hmm.
other. Because
Okay, Jabari's the most improved. Who do you suspect is going to be the MVP of the season?
I have to go with. So I want to go with Jalen,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like
I
I don't
think
know.
it's going to be Fred.
I'm trying to look at a vet and
Well,
Fred.
here's the reason that I'm picking Fred because Jalen had good numbers last year.
Yeah,
So if he gets back to 24, it's good. But then we'll be like, he kind of did that shit last year. But then you really think about it, it's like 24 on this team means more because you have more actual players. But
yeah,
then I think if the Rockets do as good as we suspect they are, and they do get to that play-in spot, then you're like, all right, that means we play differently. Well, why would you play differently? We got real players. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like Van Vliet led the team. So
yeah.
that's fucking pretty valuable to me. So that's why I'm thinking Van Vliet, if he can play, if he can be I say our best player, but like most consistent.
And I could see that because the biggest thing we wanted was to take the ball out of Jalen Green's hands and let him just flow into the offense the way we know he can. And so I'm thinking that's why I was thinking Fred VanVleet. I was trying to think of an argument in my head for Dylan Brooks just to put him up there, but I think he's going to be doing so much of the dirty work. It's not going to matter. It's not going to be stuff that you're like, oh yeah, I like that. But Fred, I think, wanting to come here, getting the
Mhm.
money he felt he deserved, and already building a relationship with Jalen, and now building his relationship with Ime, and you could see it on his face. He's hyped to be here. I think I agree with that one. He's going to be that guy.
I think that he's a good vet. Like I know we were freaking uh kind of like wondering why we gave him so much money, but I think he's going to show us. I really do.
Yeah, and
Who do
it's,
you think is going to be the fan favorite of the team, though?
this one is tough. I'm gonna go. I will go with Dylan Brooks. Though.
That's a good answer. That's a good
I
answer.
wanted to go with like Cam Whitmore or Amin, but I
Mm-hmm.
just feel like Dylan Brooks is gonna be like that. He's at Jose Alvarado, Patrick Beverly in his prime. Like,
Just because this guy doesn't get any love for some reason, but I'm such a fan, I'm going Jock Landale.
ooh, I like that.
I think there's going to be a chant in the arena for him. Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. Like he'll have his own chant. He's got a high motor. And I was watching a shit ton of like training camp videos, and there's something I realized about Jock Landale. That is a big motherfucker. Like he was standing next to Sengun and made Sengun look not big. And I was like, damn, Sengun grew and Jock is way big. He's just a big ass dude. He reminds me of when Omer Ashik was on our team.
Just more mobile, can shoot the three better. It's I'm telling you, if you do not know who Jock Landale is, go watch that playoff game where he told DeAndre Ayton, "Screw you, I'm gonna be playing your minutes, dog." And
All right, here's the most important question. Who catches the best body this year in the air? Jalen, Amin, Cam. From what I've seen Jabari do to Tari in training camp, maybe him.
I think it's I think I had said last time it was gonna be Jabari,
I
and
think it's gonna be Amin.
but I think one of those young guys. I think Amin and Cam are gonna go up there and try to make a name for themselves. And it's just something about when you have these two guys on a team, the way we've had it, they push each other. Jabari Tari, Jalen Shingun, Cam and Amin, like they hey, I got you, you got it, no, I got it, no. It's just something they yeah, and all that stuff. I think it's gonna be one of them, those young guys that gets up there and because
You know, I'm something weird about me because the most excited thing I for me is this bench. Like I want to see Tari and Jay Sean and Cam and Amin just go. Go, 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 go. That shit is gonna be so and Jock Landale.
I was saying Landell can just space the floor, block some shots, body some defense. It's the team as a whole for us basketball fans is hyped. Like people
Yeah.
that know it, everybody I know it's a like a basketball like hooper. They're like, dude, this team's good. Like versatile wise, defense, offense, like coaching, it's legit. Now they're still young, so we're not like, oh, you're championship level, but it's like, nah, this is gonna be fun to watch. You're gonna have some
Oh, with the
losses.
vets though, for sure. I think that we're there.
Yeah,
Like I can't make excuses anymore. That's the thing.
yeah. And I think they're at hearing the players say it, that's what got me like, all right, I'm all in with y'all. Like
Mm-hmm.
hearing them, their whole demeanor change. I'm tired of losing. This is that, and then you're starting to hear them coming out about the vets that they had. Like, dude, you were supposed to be helping me, but you were selfish, and this and that. It's like, okay, now we get a little more light to what happened, and I don't put a lot of the blame on you youngsters because at the end of the day, there's a reason why some of these vets aren't in the leagues anymore.
I was laughing because you and I were speculating on who that vet was that Jalen was talking about. And you were like, Eric Gordon. I was like, no, John Wall. And then Zach Lowe was like, it's Christian Wood. And I was thinking, I was like, that makes sense. Who's the one bitch that Jalen would say something to? Christian
Every
Wood.
time he would argue with it, it's like, no, yeah, I don't know. It's a preseason game, but I am hyped for it. It's gonna be
Please,
fun to
God,
watch.
keep us healthy. Keep us healthy.
Yes, yes. No, I get it. Injuries happen. If it's a small ankle injury, it's basketball. It happens, or a, you know,
Do you feel like the Rockets have what the Texans had? Like they had so much like enthusiasm in the building. They start out good.
yeah.
Like, do you expect a strong start from the team?
I do, but I expect the city to give them a short, like a
Leash.
not a short leash, but like for some reason the Rockets don't get love until it's like the end.
Yeah. Or they don't get
And
love until they're like got a big, like their record is really good and you know for
yeah,
sure they're not. Yeah.
like
I mean, I
all
kind
eyes.
of get that though.
I mean,
Because
all eyes
we're
are of course on the Astros and then Texans. There's only so many games, but I'm telling people, do not be surprised when this team is a playing team, barring injury. Like
mm-hmm,
Ime
mm-hmm.
is not playing around. He's set in his team up for it. That's why they brought him in. That's why they've been making these picks. That's why players wanted to come here, except for
Do you
good
think
luck.
any player makes a bid for an all-star game?
I would say either Fred or Jalen.
I wanted to say those two, and then I think about it, it's like, are there too many good guards in the West?
There is, but I think that if you're winning, I think the NBA is always looking for the next it.
Mm-hmm.
And with Houston being a big city as it is, they'll try to push that narrative up a little more than
That's
a
why my
Utah.
answer to that would probably be like Sengun or somebody who the fans like. If his numbers are okay, he might be that guy that substitute replacement shit.
Yeah, and I
I
mean,
really
barring
think
injury,
Sengun is gonna. I really think Sengun and Jabari are both gonna be really close to 2010 players. I really do.
yeah, and I mean Jalen. People are gonna be mad if he's just scoring buckets. But that's what we got him for. Defense and scoring, bro. That's all I need from you, dog. Light it up,
What he
dog.
does.
Light
What
it
he
up.
does.
All right, Houston Rockets fans, it's time. If you made it to this point, like, subscribe down below. Right, put any comments that you have about the season. We got you covered on all of them. That being said, it's game time. Good luck, Rockets. Have a good, healthy season. We'll be doing more content as preseason goes on and the season goes on. Much love, Houston. Later.
How much I'm working for this? I swear my dreams are too important.